Welcome to Does It Matter by Brainy Ballers, where we dissect the game with cutting-edge analytics to give you the upper hand. We analyze everything from hand sizes to average depth of targets to uncover hidden trends that no one else sees. Say goodbye to guesswork and hello to data-driven domination. Because here at Brainy Ballers, we don't just watch the game, we understand it. So get ready, it's podcast time.
Welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're diving into something that might just change how you scout NFL prospects, especially for fantasy. We all hear about draft capital, combine results, right? But what if there's this hidden metric, something from college that's maybe a better crystal ball for NFL fantasy success? We're looking at some data-driven sources today, player stats going back to 2013, and our mission really is to give you a shortcut to understanding this surprisingly key metric. So what is this ADOT thing anyway? It's average depth of target. Basically, how far downfield does a QB throw it on average? Simple enough. And, well, our sources crunched the numbers. They looked at the top 30 NFL fantasy finishers every season since 2013, trying to find a link. But how did they even start connecting college throws to NFL points?
Yeah, that's what's so cool about this analysis. It wasn't just guesswork. They were really systematic, digging through all that data. And the exciting part is how they figured it out.
Okay, let's unpack that. The methodology. So they focused on career college ADOT for these top NFL guys. And when they compared the elite QBs, the top fantasy guys, to the, let's call them the bottom 10 finishers, 21 to 30, a pattern just popped out right away.
One really striking thing from the data in 87.5% of the seasons they had data for. The top 5 NFL fantasy QBs had an equal or higher college career ADOT than the guys finishing way down in that 21st to 30th group.
Wow, 87.5%. Strong signal.
Exactly. So the next obvious question was, okay, can we find a specific number, like a threshold that really separates the studs?
Right. This is where it gets really interesting. So what was it? What was that aha moment in the data, the number?
Well, digging down, looking at the differences charts and verifying it all, the research really zeroed in on one critical threshold, a college career ADOT of 10.4 and above. And this number is huge. The data showed QBs hitting 10.4 or more had a 44.4% higher chance of appearing in the top 5 fantasy finishers compared to the guys in the bottom 5, like 26th to 30th.
Almost half, just based on that one college stat.
Exactly. And maybe even more telling, nobody in that bottom 26th, 30th group had a college career ADOT of 10.4 or higher. Nobody.
Whoa. So it's like a floor, almost. If you're below 10.4, your top-end ceiling might be lower.
It certainly points that way. It's a really clear differentiator, like finding a hidden cheat code.
Okay, so we've got this pattern, this powerful 10.4 number. But how strong is the connection, statistically speaking? They use that Pearson value, right, where they come back as.
Do you want to start dominating your drafts? At brainyballers.com, we've researched every metric under the sun for you to find which ones are best linked to fantasy points. You can access hundreds of metrics to sharpen your scouting abilities so you know which metrics matter and which are just noise. Stop guessing on which thresholds to look for within each metric. Big numbers can be misleading or irrelevant. Our Ultimate Athlete Blueprints reveal essential scouting metrics, their importance, and benchmarks within each metric that help predict a player's probability of being a success or bust. Elevate your scouting ability with Brainy Ballers' Ultimate Athlete Blueprints today. Click the link in the description. Now back to the show.
It came back as 0.32.
0.32. Now, for those of us who aren't stats wizards, what does that actually mean? How predictive is that?
Right. So think of it this way. 0.32 shows a definite, a noticeable positive link. High college ADOT pulls towards better NFL fantasy results. It's not perfect, nothing is, but it's strong. Context helps here. A value of just 0.1 is usually seen as the minimum to be significant when you're studying elite athletes. So 0.32 is pretty solid. And just for some context, right, something everyone agrees matters a lot, like a running back's draft capital.
Yeah, how high they were picked in the draft.
Right. That had a Pearson value of negative 0.234. But the point is, ADOT's 0.32 shows more predictive significance than draft capital, just pulling in the positive direction. It really makes ADOT stand out.
Huh.
It's a key metric to watch.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for everyone listening? Our deep dive here shows that specifically hitting that 10.4 or higher mark, well, it's not just some random stat. It seems like a genuinely significant factor you should probably consider when you're looking at prospects building that fantasy team.
For sure. It's definitely not the only thing that matters, obviously, but understanding this specific number, this 10.4 threshold, it could give you a real edge. So maybe the question for you listening right now is this. Knowing about this 10.4 ADOT target, how might that change the way you watch college games? Or, maybe more importantly, how you approach your next fantasy draft? Something to think about.